Welcome to the Clarityfor People podcast, where we talk about everything personal development, getting coached, and becoming a coach in the pursuit of growth and greatness. Here is your host, Martina Magnery.
Welcome, folks, to our first episode of the Clarityfor podcast. I'm pretty excited. I'm your host, Martina Magnery, and today we're diving deep into a topic that affects all of us and one that is very close to my heart and something I discuss with my clients on a daily basis. And that is the topic of overcoming limiting beliefs. Our beliefs shape our reality, and sometimes those beliefs hold us back from reaching our true potential. But fear not, in this extended episode, we'll explore powerful strategies to challenge and conquer those self-imposed limitations. We all have blind spots, and it's important to identify which ones they are so we can transform them and release everything that is holding us back in life. So settle in and let's get started. To kick things off, let's demystify what limiting beliefs are. These are those sneaky thoughts that whisper, you're not good enough or you can't do that. They often stem from past experiences and societal influences and even inherited from your family of origin. But remember, they're not facts. They're just beliefs. So let's start with a little mythological analogy. Pandora's box from Greek mythology. This story isn't just about troubles escaping from a box. It's also a lesson about how our beliefs shape our world. So picture this. Pandora, the first woman in Greek myth, gets this special box, or jar to be exact, from Zeus. She gets it from him as a gift. But there's a catch. She's not supposed to open it. But as you can guess, curiosity gets the best of her and she just has to see what's inside. When she finally opens the box, all sorts of bad stuff like troubles, sickness, sadness, all come rushing out, causing chaos and havoc. But there's a twist. The very last thing to come out is hope. Even after all the mess that's been unleashed, hope is there to remind us that positive belief and outlook can shine through the darkness. The story teaches us that our beliefs and choices have a big impact on our lives. Pandora's decision to open the box without believing in the consequences ends up causing a lot of problems. However, the presence of hope tells us that even when life gets tough, holding onto our beliefs and staying hopeful can help us bounce back and grow. It's a neat way to see how our beliefs can shape not only our own experiences, but also the way we see the world around us. So be careful what you believe. And this is where we do some work. The first strategy involves recognizing and questioning these beliefs. Take a moment to reflect on areas of your life where you've held yourself back due to doubt or fear. Now, this is where we take one of those negative beliefs and we interrogate it. We try to find all the historical evidence to support it. We want to go back as far as possible to see where that negative belief got started. If you went to that job interview and you didn't get the job and you told yourself that you're a failure, I am guessing that there's something that's happened to you previously that causes you to believe that. The truth of the matter is, there's a lot of people that go for that job interview and don't get the job, but they still don't feel like a failure because they believe they're going to get something bigger or better. They have a really strong mindset. They have the resilience. It could be the case that you experienced negative feedback from a teacher or a carer. It could be a singular event or multiple times where you were made to feel lesser than, not good enough. And that had a domino effect on your self-esteem. and your confidence. Maybe the teacher that made all those comments had a mood disorder. Maybe your parent who didn't give you enough validation but only criticism experienced the same thing from their parents. Creating a new narrative is so important. In every instance, you want to ask yourself, is this belief true? Where's the evidence to support it? What could be the alternative narrative? Often you'll find these beliefs lack substantial evidence. It's like shining a light on shadows. They tend to shrink away when we bring them into the open. Strategy number 2 is reframing and rewiring. Once you've identified a limiting belief, it's time to reframe it. For example, if you believe I can't succeed in my dream career, reframe it to I have the potential to succeed in my dream career. This simple shift empowers you with possibility. And don't just stop there. Repetition is key. We want to drum that into our subconscious. Replace old limiting affirmations with empowering ones. Consistency rewires your brain and reinforces positive beliefs. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Love that quote. Repeat. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So eliminating all doubt, that's a really important part of becoming an intentional being. Moving on to strategy 3. Seek evidence to the contrary. Our mind loves evidence. If you believe I'm terrible at public speaking, recall instances where you successfully communicated with confidence. There's no reason why you can't speak to 10 people if you can speak to 2 people. It's all practice. The only thing that is getting in your way is you and your negative belief. Now, strategy 4, embrace discomfort. Limiting beliefs only flourish in the comfort zone. You want to challenge yourself to step beyond its boundaries, whether it's taking on a new project, trying a different activity, or learning a new skill. Each step you take outside your comfort zone weakens the grip of those limiting beliefs. Finally, strategy 5, surround yourself with positivity. Connect with individuals who inspire and uplift you. Engage in activities that nurture your self-esteem. Reading, podcasts, motivational talks, all contribute to a positive mindset. Remember, the company you keep, both in the physical and digital world, significantly affects your belief system. Now, there's one evidence-based practice that can allow you to shift any negative belief criteria, and that is EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. EMDR is a therapeutic technique that helps individuals process and reframe traumatic memories and negative beliefs. By using bilateral stimulation, that's what your eyes do during the evening, during your 4 hours of dream state sleep. Your eyes are moving backwards and forwards repeatedly, and you're processing everything that you've experienced during the day, things you've seen on the news, and that gets filtered through your REM sleep. So that bilateral stimulation allows your episodic memory to pop up, just as it does in that dream state sleep. And this way, we can target a negative belief, score the intensity emotionally of that belief, and then as you're looking at the light, you're noticing what thoughts pop up, and you'll get to the bottom of why you believe certain things that you do. It's kind of like pulling out that belief system by the roots rather than cutting off the branches, which talk therapy just tends to do most of the time. Then you get to reframe that belief associated with that negative event or those negative events. EMDR is the best evidence-based practice for PTSD, but it's also really beneficial for anyone that experiences anxiety, trauma, can't trust their judgment, is recovering from a breakup, It is so amazing, and I've been using it for many, many years now, but I see crazy results with my clients. And it's a part of our coaching program curriculum. We highly endorse EMDR therapy because we know it gets results. We see clients have amazing shifts every day, and it's a total game changer because it looks at your mental memory of what's happened and your physical, your somatic memory of what's happened. We're pulling those two memories apart, your implicit and your explicit memory. And those memories get distorted according to the things that have happened to you in your life. So if you can't trust your judgment, or there's things you want to do in life and there's all these obstacles that are holding you back based on your own belief system. EMDR works effectively at desensitizing the emotion attached to the memory. We're taxing the working memory, so it gets quite fatiguing to recall. And that's how you change your belief system. It's crazy, right? And this is why we endorse these modalities, evidence-based modalities, in our coaching programs. So you can either get coached with us or learn to be your own life coach, or coach others if that's what you want. If that's your career path, become an evidence-based life coach. So as a little exercise, when you have 5 minutes, sit down and just write out every limiting belief that you've ever had that has caused you distress, caused you procrastination, limitations of any sort, and then do that little scan back. Create a timeline and note those events, those adverse events on your timeline. And when I talk about adverse events, I'm talking about small t traumas or big T traumas. The small t traumas being comments made to you at school or at home, and the big T traumas could be separations, divorces, accidents, deaths in the family. We want to look at all those events. If you've got a bunch of small t traumas, it's as significant as a big T trauma. So you do not want to discount or dismiss any small t traumas. All those little traumas, all those little micro traumas create limiting beliefs. And if you want to just let all those beliefs go, EMDR is my go-to way to do that. So, enough from me today about limiting beliefs and EMDR. And thanks for listening to this podcast, our first one. And we hope you join us on the next one. We'll be discussing everything personal development, personal growth, personal transformation. But until then, have a fabulous day, and I'm saying goodbye. It's Martina Magnery here. I'll speak to you next time. Ciao.
Thank you for listening. If you found value in today's episode, hitting the like or subscribe buttons or by leaving a comment is a great way to support our channel. For more info on our evidence-informed coaching programs and coaching certifications, go to clarityfor.com and sign up for our newsletter.